it's Twiggy here, and today is Suicide Awareness Day, so I thought that I would share my self-harm story with all of you. Okay, first off, it took a lot of courage for me to actually talk about this. I normally don't even talk about this to my best friends. I haven't even told my family about it, so I hope that my story can help others who have suffered through what I had suffered, and it can help them in a way to make them feel that there is people out there who understand, and that if they ever need someone to talk to, then I am literally only a message away, and I will try to speak to you as fast as I can. Anyways, to the story. I guess I had first started to the whole self-harm stuff when I was around age 11. I would get really upset and really depressed for out of the blue for no reason whatsoever, and I would do crazy things. I would bang my head against the wall. I would crush my fingers in the doorway. I would punch walls. I would scratch at myself so bad that it would break through skin, pull my hair out. It was just really bad. Sometimes I'd even go as far as to taking a knife to my skin. Around when I was 15 through 16, I got severely depressed. I felt as if there was no hope in the world. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I was just completely lost. I had no one. My friends were gone. My family wasn't really getting along that well, so I didn't really have them to turn to. I felt like I was completely alone. So I actually started taking sleeping pills because I would have insomnia, and soon enough the pills wouldn't work, so I kept taking more and more pills, and soon I got addicted. And then I would start taking every nanny pill I can get my hands on. It got to the point where I would take at least 5 pills a day. I would OD or end up by the toilet like twice a week, and it was a horrible time. Around the time when I got so sick and tired of ending up by the toilet and throwing up, I actually got my hands on a razor blade and I started cutting. When I first started cutting, I thought to myself that, oh, I'm only gonna cut once and then I'll never do it again. But that's just not the way it works. The minute I put that razor to my skin and started cutting, it felt, no one can really describe how it feels, but it felt like it really helped me. And in a sick, twisted way, it made me feel better. So what turned out, what was supposed to be a one-time thing, I actually kept going and kept doing it. Soon, the first cut ended up into 2-3 more cuts, and next thing I know, my arms were scars. I was cutting at my neck and my shoulders. Most of my scars are on my legs because I didn't really want anyone to see them, and I wore pants anyway, so it's not like anyone was going to see them. People normally think that once you start something you can just stop easy as that, but you can't. Once you start something, it just spreads. Cutting is the exact same thing. Once I started cutting, what I thought was I was only going to do once spread like a wildfire, and I couldn't stop. Soon I became addicted to it. I was just as addicted to cutting as I was addicted to popping pills. Cutting is cutting is an addiction. It's as big as an addiction as any drug or any substance. And a lot of people feel that self-harming themselves is actually helping them. They feel that as if when we self-harm ourselves, we're letting go of those emotions, or we're just numbing the pain, but it's really not. We're just ignoring the initial problem, and that's the one thing that we should do. I was cutting for about 3 years, and I didn't have any plans on stopping. Soon, more and more events would pile on top of the other, more problems started to pile up, and stress became unbelievable. Next thing you know, I just was sitting there and I didn't know what else to do with myself. I felt hopeless, that there was nothing else I can do. So I contemplated suicide more than once. I would sit there on my bed and hold my razor to my neck so many times. I would want to give that final pull, end it all. Actually got so bad to the point where like I would actually keep my razor in my purse right next to my bed, and I even keep a bottle of pills inside my drawer next on my nightstand, because it added to comfort knowing that there was an easy way out. But the thing most people don't realize is that we shouldn't be thinking about the easy way out. We need to actually stick by and work to solve our problems. I didn't know what to do, and I honestly did not help myself. Someone else stepped in my life and helped me. And if it wasn't for that person, I can honestly say I wouldn't even be here. A lot of people need to realize that no matter how bad your problems may be, or how high your stress may seem, no matter how hopeless everything may look like, there is always a solution. And no, suicide is not the solution. People that commit suicide, they give in. They lost. But people who are still here and fought through their problems, those are the strong people. And I can honestly say I'm very proud of myself for getting this far. A lot of people need to know that there are others out there who are willing to help you. You are not, as cheesy and cliche as it sounds, you are not alone. Just open up. Have someone talk to you. Talk to somebody. Because there is a person out there who will listen. And if you can't find anyone that will listen, then I will listen. I always found that talking to strangers is actually more comfortable than talking to people I actually know. You can just pour your heart out. You don't need to hurt yourself. Because in the end, it's really not worth it. It really isn't.